Tank jumped out.
The boxing world has been buzzing non-stop since an intense altercation unfolded at LAX Airport between two of the sport's most talked about names, Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Keane Davis. These two fighters, both known for their fierce reputations, turned a public terminal into an unexpected battleground. What started as a routine encounter quickly spiraled into chaos, and now Tank Davis has finally spoken out about the incident, shedding light on what really went down. But this wasn't just another scuffle between rivals, it was personal. Before diving into the shocking moment that made headlines worldwide, let's rewind and examine the buildup that led to this intense confrontation. Gervonta Davis, known for his incredible knockout power, is no stranger to the spotlight. As one of the most feared fighters in boxing today, his dominance inside the ring has made him a household name. What makes him so unique, however, is not just his raw power, but his methodical approach to each fight. Unlike many of his peers who throw punches in volume, Tank is known for being strategic. In the early rounds of his bouts, he often throws very few punches, carefully studying his opponent's movements, searching for weaknesses. It's only when he has his opponent figured out that he unleashes his devastating punches that can leave an opponent reeling, unable to recover. One of Tank's most recent opponents, Ryan Garcia, is often touted as one of the few fighters who could potentially challenge Tank's skills. Yet while Tank's power and accuracy are unquestioned, Garcia's speed and agility may be the key to testing whether Tank's approach can be cracked. However, it wasn't Garcia, but Keane Davis, a rising star, who has been in the spotlight lately. Keane has been on a mission to steal some of Tank's shine, using his mouth as his weapon to call out the heavyweight champion. With his Olympic pedigree and sharp, often controversial words, Keane has made it clear that he wants Tank's attention, and now, after weeks of jabbing at each other, he's getting it. Keane has been vocal about Tank's choice of opponents, accusing him of ducking the real competition. He's made it clear that he doesn't think Tank is fighting the best of the best, and that he, Keane, is the one to change that. His words became even more pointed after a standout performance where he claimed that, should he face Tank, he would have no problem handling the challenge. "If I touch him, what's going to happen?" Keane said. His confidence was brimming as he described his skills, emphasizing his superior size and power in comparison to Tank. But it wasn't just about fighting. Keane took the trash talk to another level when he brought Tank's family into the equation. In boxing, trash talk is a staple, but crossing the line into personal territory, particularly when it involves family, is another thing entirely. Keane made comments about Tank's mother and brother, sending shockwaves through both the boxing community and Tank himself. For Tank, this wasn't just another exchange of insults. It was a direct attack on something far more sacred. Family is off limits in the world of boxing, and by dragging Tank's family into this feud, Keane made it clear that things were about to get much more intense. Tank responded in kind with equally sharp words about Keane's inexperience and lack of major victories. The battle was no longer just between two boxers, it was a matter of pride. When the two met at LAX Airport, tensions were already at a boiling point. According to witnesses, the confrontation wasn't planned. Tank and Keane just happened to cross paths by chance, and it didn't take long for the insults to start flying. Keane reportedly started mouthing off as soon as he spotted Tank, taunting him and calling him out right there in the terminal. But as quickly as the words were exchanged, the situation escalated. What began as verbal sparring soon turned physical. Witnesses claimed that Keane tried to throw the first punch but missed, only for Tank to respond with a clean hit that left Keane stumbling back. Security rushed in to break up the altercation, but the damage was already done both to Keane's pride and to the public's perception of their rivalry. For days, fans and media outlets speculated about the incident. Was Tank the instigator? Was Keane justified in his actions? Tank finally spoke out, clearing up the confusion. According to Tank, Keane was the one who started the confrontation. Keane started this. "He walked up to me talking all that trash he's been saying online," Tank said. He went on to explain that Keane even threw the first punch, but missed, and Tank wasn't about to let him get away with it. "I hit him back, and unlike him, I didn't miss," Tank added. This wasn't just a self-defense claim, it was a statement that Tank was in control of the situation and that he wouldn't back down from anyone, not even a rising star like Keane. Tank's words have only intensified the drama surrounding this rivalry. Now, more than ever, fans are clamoring for a fight between the two. But for Tank, the issue goes beyond just facing Keane. It's about defending his legacy as the king of the lightweight division. And for Keane, this is his moment to prove that he's more than just talk. He's hungry to show that he's ready for the big leagues, that he's not just a flash in the pan. The punch at LAX may have been a setback for Keane, but it's also been an opportunity to prove his resolve. Keane, who is 24 years old, has shown incredible promise in his career. With his combination of speed, power, and an unorthodox fighting style, he's a dangerous opponent for anyone in the lightweight division. But Tank is no slouch either. With his knockout power and ability to read an opponent's movements, he remains one of the most feared fighters in the sport. Tank's upcoming fight with Lamont Roach has been the subject of much discussion, though many fans feel that Roach, while skilled, is not in Tank's league. This fight, while important, hasn't generated the same level of excitement as a potential showdown with Keane. Many believe that Roach is a solid fighter, but may be overmatched when facing a fighter of Tank's caliber. Tank has proven himself in countless knockouts, and his reputation as a brutal puncher precedes him. He's a fighter who's always been able to adapt and overcome challenges, and that's what makes him so dangerous. But Keane's rise in the sport has been swift and impressive. He's showing that he's more than just a contender, he's ready to challenge Tank for the title. And with Floyd Mayweather now in his corner, Keane's chances of pulling off an upset have only increased. Floyd, who mentored Tank for years, has now thrown his support behind Keane, adding another layer to this already heated rivalry. Keane's partnership with Floyd is one of the most talked about aspects of his career. Floyd has become a mentor to Keane, helping him fine-tune his skills and preparing him for the biggest fight of his career. The two have spent countless hours together in Floyd's gym, working on everything from technique to mental preparation. Floyd has already praised Keane's abilities, stating that he sees the potential for Keane to become a world champion. "In under 24 months, you'll be world champion," Floyd predicted. With Floyd's expertise and Keane's determination, there's no telling what kind of damage he could do when he steps into the ring with Tank. Tank's fight with Keane is about more than just a title, it's about legacy. Tank has already solidified himself as one of the most dominant knockout artists in the sport, but this fight will be different. It's not just about winning, it's about defending his place as the top dog in the lightweight division. And for Keane, this is his chance to prove that he's not just the future of the sport, but the present. The stakes are higher than ever. Tank has already announced that he plans to retire after 2025, and he's looking to make the most of his remaining time in the ring. This means that if he wants to silence the critics who claim he's avoiding top competition, he needs to face Keane Davis head-on. But there are others who are waiting in the wings, including Shocker Stevenson, who has also been mentioned as a potential opponent for Tank. While Tank has openly questioned Shocker's skills, dismissing him as a defensive fighter, many believe that Shocker could be the one to test Tank's dominance. But Tank seems more focused on Keane, and with the tension between them reaching new heights, it's clear that this rivalry is far from over. The drama at LAX has only intensified the demand for a fight between Tank and Keane, and both fighters are now under pressure to deliver. For Keane, it's about proving that he's more than just hype, that he can back up his trash talk with action in the ring. For Tank, it's about defending his legacy and showing the world that he's still the king of the lightweight division. With Floyd in his corner and the world watching, Keane has everything to gain, and Tank has everything to lose. The rivalry between Tank and Keane has reached new heights, and fans are desperate to see it settled in the ring. With both fighters now at the peak of their careers, there's no telling what kind of fireworks we can expect when they finally meet face to face. The countdown to the fight has begun, and it promises to be one of the biggest events in boxing history. If this drama is any indication, the best is yet to come.